Yo, I like this. I gotta get a beat, but I like this. It's catching on to me.
I always forget to talk about it, but
There was something I did want to talk about, and I left it out. So I can't remember. If it comes back to me, we'll do it. Hey, welcome back to an episode of Frank Presents the Play Call. We're joined by the team. Bree's not here. My bad. I'm so used to doing it. The team, Bree. We miss you, girl. When you're ready to come back, your spot's here. Nikki and June, how y'all doing today?
we're well.
We're well.
I am.
Nikki, blessed and highly favored. What's up? You're not doing it today?
Yeah, probably that chicken wing she got in her mouth.
First of all, I don't got no chicken in my mouth. You see what I deal with? If I wanted to come on a lighter note, June brings out me. You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't be right if we didn't. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes us uniquely.
Let me keep eating my NCN. Let me just keep eating NCN because
and be hitting. It be hitting.
Listen, I'm gonna enjoy this one.
All right. Well, let's get to it. So last week we did our pick'ems with Tyson. Tyson's not here today, so we can't go with him. But we're gonna put out who won and who didn't. Obviously, last week's pick'ems. Nikki and I tied with 10. Tyson had 9, and June had 8. Not bad for a weekly. You know, me and Nikki going. We getting ready to go back and forth with each other this season. You know what I'm saying? It's coming.
Had I not picked the Jags, I would have won again.
Let me see.
But loyalty. Yeah, I didn't pick the Jags.
Yeah, you picked Jags. Yeah.
Had I not picked them, I would have won.
Yeah, if I would have picked the damn Texans over the 49ers, that would have been tied with you.
If I would have picked all the teams that won, I would have won.
Yeah, you're right. If you could have, would have, should have, right? But anyways, let's go through this.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's my loyalty because he didn't go with the Pats. I have to stay loyal. So had I become like him and not stay loyal, I would have won hands down. That's the only point I was trying to make.
This is not about the team you root for. This is about you winning.
Yeah, but I got to stay loyal though. I stay loyal.
Right. So let me go through this recap of these.
First of all, June, how the fuck you said I don't get it? My dumbass went with the Eagles. Shit.
Yeah, I did too. I think. Hold on. Yeah, I did too.
You know, hey, we're gonna start this podcast. Come on, Frank. I don't know what's going on. Who can't talk about my birthday?
Yeah, well, let's go with the recap for week 3 of the preseason. Packers at Chiefs. Chiefs won. 49ers at Texans. Texans won. Bills at Panthers. Panthers pulled out the win. Seahawks at Cowboys. Cowboys came out on top. Chargers at Saints. The Saints won. Patriots at Raiders. Raiders won. Jaguars at Falcons. The Falcons won. Rams at Bengals. Bengals pulled out the win. Commanders at Ravens. Ravens maintained their undefeated preseason streak. Eagles at Dolphins. The Dolphins won. Bears at Browns. Bears won that one. Cardinals at Titans. Titans pulled out the win. The Bucks at the Colts. The Colts came out winning. Vikings at Broncos. Broncos won. Giants at Jets. The Jets won. It was a pretty good game, too. I know it's just backups, but it was pretty interesting. Lions at Steelers, and the Steelers won. So that was it for the week 3 preseason. I know it was a lot of backups in there, but anything, I know what I took away from it. Anything you guys want to talk about? Like, what did you take away? What teams you are comfortable moving forward, thinking they have a good secondary, they got a good second string backups, they're going to be fine, and who's not? I'll start with June.
Yeah, let me go look at my notes.
I think I look at the teams that are like 50-50, right? And I'll start with the Bears, right? I don't know what I'm going to get from these Bears, right? But then Fields, he looks really good, at one point. But then in the first couple games, he looked really bad. Like, I don't know if they made that decision. So I have to agree with Money Mike when it comes down to his Bears. So I can understand why he was very upset with his folks the first couple of weeks. But I don't know. I want to see how Money Mike feel this week. I don't know if he's still want to fire the entire front office, like you said. I mean, Lord, look at Miami. Those two little connectivity from Tua and to his receivers, not just Tyreek Hill, just proved that. Damn, he could connect, right? I guess the bigger question is he going to do it the entire season, or is it just going to work out until they start adjusting to Tyreek Hill and his little movements or whatever? But I think the biggest disappointment continues to be the Texans. I don't see anything. I don't even know. You know, the little spark. You know, you use the I don't know what it's called. They used to turn on the little well machine.
Lighter.
No, a little sparking thing. I used to
turn
on
the machine. Yeah. I don't know what that's called, but I know what you're talking
about. That's all they do. But there ain't no spark. There's no spark at all. So sorry, Houston. But you guys got to get it together or forfeit the rest of the games. Do yourselves a favor. But I think everybody else looks exactly how they're supposed to look during the preseason. Except I'm not even gonna talk about my birds. But yeah. What did you guys take away from this week? What are some of your teams?
Oh wait, hold
on. If you want me to go, Nikki, while you gather your thoughts, I could.
Yeah, because I want to look because.
Hey, Buddy looks really good.
So one thing I'm gonna say is the first thing I'm gonna talk about. And I told Nikki this. A Jag. My concern is preseason. You see who's trying to make the team, who's gonna either be a first string or second string, but who's trying to make the 53-man roster. And she always says that I don't see no depth. And for the first time, I was kind of looking at the team and I was like, man, Nikki's right. So my concern is Jags going forward. Can they we doing a music video? What are we doing? So you know, my thing is the Jags gonna have people to put in there and help out. You know, one thing what your internet is looking sorry too, but one thing that the Bills have is depth of defense. They can play consistently to keep it fresh. So that's one thing I'm concerned about moving with the Jags. Texans, they're done to me, and the Seahawks, they're pretty much, you know, it is what it is. The Patriots, my team, I'll talk about that. There's a lot of rumors and rumblings that they're not getting along. Like in practice, they were getting beat. It doesn't look good, and a lot of people credit that to him having a defensive coordinator calling offensive plays. You know, I like to trust Bill Belichick a lot, but it is a concern. You have a young quarterback going into his second year starting, had a good start. He had a good start the first year. There's expectations they're going to the second year, and you're struggling. I don't know. That's one of my biggest concerns. But now on the other side, where I think is good, Pittsburgh, I think they're going to be good either way, with Pickens or Trubisky. Pickens was doing pretty good there. They say he looks like the starter. And everybody else. I mean, I saw stuff. His decision making, I think, is what's coming in. I watched the Herd this morning, and they were talking about how he was comparing him to Joe Burrow. And I'm gonna talk about that later in the other segment. But that's my takeaway. Jags concerned because of the depth on the team, and I think Pittsburgh, you know, they're gonna be okay. I don't think they're gonna win the division, but I think they'll be fine. Go ahead, Nick.
So, I mean, I'm not even gonna talk about the Jazz because I've been saying that for 2-3 weeks now. I ain't even gonna talk about Steelers because I've been saying my picket for 2 weeks now. I can't even remember what team I said that. Steelers always gonna look good. I watched the Bucks game. Who they play? Who the Bucks play?
The Colts.
So the Colts looked really good. I mean, I picked every team on my division to win, and they did. The Bucks, on the other hand, didn't look the way I expected them to look. I don't know. I knew everybody, Brady about to play. I'm like, Brady gonna throw the ball 1, 2, 3 times, and that's it. And he looked rusty to be shit. But we'll give him grace. He hasn't done anything. That was his little first game. I don't know. I think I didn't watch the Texans play. I just knew they were going to win. For some reason, the Texans find ways to, on paper, look shitty, but still find ways to pull wins. And I remember talking about preseason. They did the same thing last year, right? So I don't know. I think they'll be all right. So I'm not done with the Texans. I don't know. I didn't really watch much to be like, oh, this is trash or that is trash. So I don't know. I'm excited. Oh, after everything's said and done, I'm excited for this season to begin.
You
I'm gonna
know,
wait till.
the thing that sucks about the preseason, right? And I'm talking in particular this year and the previous year, is that they went away from how they used to be. And what I mean is the starters at least used to play a series or two. That way they could get a feel for the field or whatever the case is, and I get that whole injury thing. But I mean, if as you could tell, they're playing nothing but backups every single game. So it's kind of hard for us to go into the season and be like, yeah, you know what? He still got it. He's going to continue doing what he's doing. And don't get me wrong, there's a team or two that's still doing it. But, I mean, look at Pittsburgh. I mean, Pittsburgh looked really good, in my opinion. I think they look really good with what they have. And that's a team that, if I had to answer your question from the beginning, Frank, that's a team that I honestly see shocking a lot of people throughout the entire season, not just based on the players, but based just on that leadership that they already have.
I mean, listen, they can surprise a lot of people, you know, a lot of people. I really don't put too much stock in preseason because, like we said in the text, you got people like the Ravens. They have been undefeated the last 20-something games in preseason, but when they get in the regular season, it's not the same. So, you know, to me, preseason, honestly, is just a tune-up to see who's going to make the team. If it was me, I wouldn't even start none of my starters because they get hurt.
So I think you have to look at preseason a little different, right? It's not more, and I hope. Well, I know we've been doing this, right? It's not more that, oh, the team won or the team lost. It's how they're performing, and I think for the Ravens, we already kind of know what to expect from some of their starters, right? And we know that even though they'll have some explosive games or plays, it might not be consistent. I think what makes the preseason so great is these people that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, how will they fit in the scheme of the team that they were chosen from, right? And not even more where, oh, they won a game. It's like, oh, they won that route, or they beat, you know, that whoever that was covering them in that play. Like, oh my gosh, this person's consistently. And I hate to talk about Kenny, but that's how I just feel about Kenny. Like, he fits their system. Like, he just, anything that he does, so I don't remember his numbers, but completion rate, he's number one this whole preseason. And it's not even to say, oh, because, you know, sometimes numbers, you know, y'all be like, oh, numbers don't lie. I agree, but I sometimes feel like numbers don't show the entire story. But I think his numbers, I've seen the story. Like, it fits the story. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what I'm trying to get out of preseason. Not more that, oh, the team won the game. Because, you know, that's been my complaint about the Jags. Like, it's not even more, oh, I see Trevor. I told you, Trevor's so inconsistent to me. I see that. I didn't say more, oh, the team won. Oh, defense look really good, or, you know, that kind of lingo. So if we put too much stock on who actually win the game, then yeah, we're bound to lose capital.
Yeah. I mean, let's see what happens. They've been talking about doing away with it anyways, and because of injuries, and you know, we'll see.
Yeah, don't do away with it.
I think when it comes down to certain things, right? Players. Let's say take Tom Brady, for example. Tom Brady's been playing in the league for 22 years, almost 23 years now. Pretty much there's nothing you're gonna show him that he hasn't seen. And does he really need to be out there playing during preseason to be good, consistent? I think you take young players like Trey Lance, Lawrence, who's
Love. Jordan Love.
Jordan Love, Justin Fields. You take those guys that kind of need that warm up, to get the arm right, and go there. I think you need that for that. Other than that, to me, pretty much it's just seasoned players don't need it, But moving on to the first topic, transitioning there to seasoned players. Tom Brady ranks number 1 in the top 100 players for the 4th time in his career. Do you agree? And if not, who would you put up there? So the reason I put this up here was because Shannon Sharp was like, he doesn't agree with it. He said Aaron Donald or Aaron Rodgers are the two best players in the league right now. So top 100, for people that don't watch it, is voted by the players. These are the players that go in there and they put up who their top 100 players are. So he's been voted by the players 4 times as a top 100 player, and he did it back-to-back in 2 seasons. So do you guys agree with it? And if not, who would you put? I'll go last.
So I don't. If you want me to be 100%, I don't really care who they put on there. So I'm not for it or against it. My question to you is, or to the group is, I'm gonna answer it. I don't think he should be number 1. However, I think because he's done it, the longevity, people are trying to respect, what he's done. Not more, he is the number 1. You get what I'm saying? But more like, he's done so much, right? So when you want to start not criticizing, like weighing people, or when you say, for example, when we do boards, we try to look at the person being well-rounded. Do they put all the checks in the block? Well, he has the checks in the block, right? Doesn't mean he has to be number 1 at doing all the things that got checked off, but he has it. So I don't know. I think it's more out of respect, and with the idea, it's just me now, idea that this is possibly his last go around. It hurts nobody to give it to him.
Okay.
That's just how
I see it. I don't know. I mean, I get the whole respect thing. I think that has something to do with it. But I agree. I honestly, I agree with him being number 1 in the top 100. I mean, the dude's been playing 23 years, 23 seasons. Has obviously the whole Super Bowl ring thing. We all know that. I mean, and he created he didn't just create, huh?
No, go ahead, Jim.
He didn't just create. This is my opinion. He didn't just create a legacy for himself, but he established a legacy in the New England Patriots organization, which is a lot bigger than him. And not to mention, no, we got to be real here. You take out of the equation from the New England Patriots, they become just another organization trying to win a Super Bowl. I mean, they may have won 1 or 2 with Belichick back there, who knows? But the system was completely figured out and mastered by Tom Brady. And you just can't deny it. I'm sorry. I would have to agree. I think the dude's a monster, and I give him his credit 100%. I mean, who else would you put? Who would you put?
Hold on.
Matter of fact, give me your number 2, Nikki.
Rebuttal. So this is the only reason why. So I respect your opinion, but he wasn't number 1 last year. He was number 7, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What number was he last year? Like, the only thing that bothers me with your reasoning is everything you said was the Patriots. He's been gone from the Patriots for God knows, I can't say God knows how long, right? For a while, 3-4 years, like. And he wasn't number 1 in those 3-4 years that he left. So don't have that as your reasoning. And that's the reason why I feel like it was more out of respect putting him number 1. Because I'm not taking away from his accolades, right? You can't, right? It is what it is. But if you harboring about because what he did at New England, after he left New England, he wasn't number 1. That would have been a perfect time for you to be number 1 and say, he held down the fort for X. Don't do that.
So I'm gonna say this. I was very surprised that he was number 1. I didn't think he would get it, but he got it. And I'm gonna tell you something, and this is where I'm gonna get on my little soapbox, so bear with me. How wasn't he the MVP?
I didn't want to say that, but
How wasn't he? Let's be honest. He threw for 5,000 yards. He had 43 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had the 68% completion rate. Through the most yards downfield, 20 yards, most passes downfield over 20 yards, he had it. He had the numbers, but they gave it to Aaron Rodgers because of what? What did Aaron Rodgers do last year that Brady didn't do? I'll tell you what he did do that Brady didn't do. His touchdown to interception ratio. And if that makes you the MVP, then that's bogus. They gave it to him back to back. Aaron Rodgers should never got MVP last year. Now, I've been watching football for a long time, and I've been a Brady fan for a very long time. And there's been many years that Peyton Manning won MVP that Brady should have got it, and he didn't. But all the excuse is, well, he won Super Bowls. Oh, do you know that the last year was the first time, and I don't know how long Brady didn't play in a championship game? That means a conference championship. Brady has had more wins in the NFC playoffs or NFC against NFC teams than Aaron Rodgers had in the time that Brady was playing the NFC, which is only 2 years. So when people start talking about Brady, I think a lot of it has to do with the aura of who Tom Brady is. 7 Super Bowl champs, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 NFL MVPs. The man left the Patriots, went to the Bucks, won a championship, beat 3 MVPs in the way to win a championship. So you're right. The year he won the championship, he should have been number 1 in the top 100 because he beat Mahomes, Breeze, and Rodgers to get to where he got. However, they didn't. What I don't like, and this is the players voting 100%, the top 100, not the reporters that they do for the MVP. None of that. These are the players, and whether it's because they're in awe of who Tom Brady is at 45 years old, still doing it, or the fact that he went out there and threw for the most yards out of anybody. He beat Mahomes in yardage. Let's just be clear. Mahomes threw for 37 touchdowns, I want to say, and 13 interceptions. Brady threw for 43 and 13. Brady had a better completion percentage than he did. So to me, if we're going to talk about it, maybe you know what, Nikki, if I want to play devil's advocate, maybe Aaron Donald should have been number 1. Because we're not talking about the number 1 top 100 of all time, because then that should be him too again. But at the end of the day, for people to criticize and say, Aaron Donald, I'm not mad about. But for you to bring Aaron Rodgers into the mix, Rodgers, really? Got beat at home by Jimmy G, in his house. Jimmy G ain't even starting now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't disagree with it. I was very surprised, but he's won it 4 times since it started. In 2011, when it first aired, he was the number 1. He won it 2 years back to back, and then he won it again now. If it ain't Brady, I would go Donald, but I'm not mad as Brady. Go ahead, June.
I think, man, they were doing a comparison with the Herbert, right? The Chargers quarterback, and they put Brady as the number 1, right? And I think that's coming into this season, right? And quarterback, or not quarterbacks, but players. I think they had Herbert at 44.
Or
right?
I didn't see that one, but okay, 44.
Yeah, as far as the players, coming into this season, and they were comparing. I mean, you have, and this is a different topic, man. So I don't want to get too much into it. That's the only thing I didn't agree when it came down to the players going into the season. But again, that's a different topic. I'm not going to go ahead and beat a dead horse. But just to go back to answer Nikki, I mean, I think solidifying where he is today and what he's done in the dynasty and the legacy that he's built again for himself in that organization, though he left, that Super Bowl win with the Bucks was just icing on the cake. It was like, hey, my bad. If you don't think I'm number 1, let me go ahead and win this Super Bowl really quick and spread that icing on there. Let's put a candle if you want to, though, a sparkly one, and let's call it what it is.
Yeah,
but this is it,
I watched the video the other day. It was specific on him, 14 minutes. I didn't share it with you guys because I know Nikki was going to throw up in her mouth. But there was a lot of stats in there that shows how his statistical category as a player in the last 20-something years is better than the entire NFL. His daughter, just to put it in perspective, his daughter has felt the confetti drop on her more times than the Cowboys has in the time she's been alive. So she's
That's
had it 4 times. You know how many playoff wins the Cowboys had since she's been alive? 4. 4.
That sounds something Lil Wayne would say in one of his rap verses.
But that's what he did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a video and I'm gonna share it because statistically, the dude is amazing. Again, Nick, we can argue whether he should have been number 1 or not. Hey, Aaron Donald, I've been said it. The guy won that Super Bowl for the Rams. Let's just be honest. However, the players voted this, and I think it means more when the players vote for you to be number 1 than when reporters from certain news articles or whatever vote MVP. That's just me. That means the players respect you. That's all. Nick, you want to say something?
No. So you ended with what I said. I think it was more out of respect. I mean, again, I can't take nothing from him, right? Nobody can. I just, I don't think he's number 1. I mean, I think he's number 1 because of longevity. I think he's number 1 because of what he has accomplished. I think it was more out of respect because he was the same Tom Brady that they voted number 1 this year. That was number 7 last year, and the year before that he wasn't number 1 because I think the year before that he wasn't number 1, and the year before that I don't think he was number 1. So, yeah.
So, with being said, who's not number 1? I'll tell you who's not number 1. John Gruden. Gruden publicly apologized and said everyone makes mistakes and hopes that he coaches again. Real quick, do you guys think that he should get an opportunity to coach?
It's tough, man. It really is tough. Given what I mean, he was never somebody I really looked into, but just respecting the fact of what he used to do for the NFL, how involved he was, even as a commentator or analyst. I was like, all right, cool. But everything does get demolished a little bit based on your true character sometimes. And I'm not too sure what was really in those emails. But shit, man, it's 2022, dude. There's no room for a lot of things. And I don't know how sincere he was, man. Dude was coking and joking. I was watching the video, he was coking and joking. Everybody makes mistakes. You should know, okay, bro. Is that it? Is that your genuine apology? And he hopes to coach. I don't know. Maybe start go to where Deion Sanders are.
I don't think he's going down there. Not at HBCU after what he said. Nikki,
yeah, they're definitely not there.
Yeah. What about you, Nick? Hey, Nick.
Do I think people make mistakes? Huh?
You broke up a lot in the beginning, so start over.
Okay, so I said I'm torn. And I'm torn because do I think people make mistakes? Yes. Do I think this was a mistake? No. Do I think that we're human and we're so quick to nail people on the wall? Like, yes. But then do I feel like if he gets another opportunity, do I think it's just like just apologize and you can get back to what I mean? I don't know. Do I think he should get another opportunity? Yes and motherfucking no. I mean, I don't know. I can't give you a straight answer because I also feel like what you were saying. Because this is how you truly feel, right? It wasn't a one-off. It was something that was like you did it numerous, and you said numerous, but should we get over it quick? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Should he? No. Should he? Maybe. I don't know. Shit.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think I think that he should give. In my opinion, he should be given another chance, just because everybody deserves a second chance. Does it matter to me whether he gets one or not? No, not really. The man was out of coaching for so long, doing Monday Night Football, and then he gets a chance to coach, and you know what? Then stuff comes out, and he's gone. So I'm not gonna say that it's gonna hurt me if he doesn't. But I believe people have right to redeem themselves and get and been shown grace and get another chance. Yeah, that's just me as a person. I'd rather give you another chance. But in a sport like this where there's comments of sexism, you gender stuff, talking about homosexuality and stuff like that, in a league where it's getting very diverse, it's gonna be hard, man, to gain the trust of your players. You would have to really be humble and really go in there and show them that, hey, I'm not that person anymore, or I wasn't really that person. It was just a conversation that got out of hand. But like Nikki said, he said it. He said it in the confinement of emails. He said it in what he thought was private. So that is how he felt, at the end of the day, and how he feels. I'd much rather him say, listen, I said it. That's how I feel. That doesn't take away from the fact I love the sport of football, or I believe that everybody's whatever, but I said what I said, and it is what it is. I apologize if I offended anybody and move forward. But we know this is the real world, not our world, and sometimes people are not going to do that. So does it make me does it make me a difference if he does? It doesn't. It doesn't. But if you're asking me as a person, do I believe he should get a second chance? I say yeah, give him a second chance, and if he screws it up, he screws it up. That's just it.
Yeah, but if he screws it up, you know how somebody does that some one time, shame on you, second time, shame on me. Isn't that a slap in the face of the person to say, I mean, look, I'm indifferent too, right? Yay, nay, I don't, if you want me to be 100% honest, I really don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care for, and I don't care against, right? I just think it makes it hard for the people that we're supporting, for them to feel included and welcome, in anything, when we have people that, yes, privately say how they feel. Now, this is where I get torn a little bit, because there's a lot of people that feel that way. We just don't know.
I mean, we've all said stuff in private conversations that if somebody else heard it, they would think certain things about us that I know certain things are not reflective or indicative of who we are as a person. You know what I'm saying? But in conversations, we might say something that at the end of the day, if somebody else heard it, they might be like, oh, man, Frank's a bigot, or Frank's a racist, or Frank doesn't like this, Frank don't like that. When at the end of the day, it's a conversation. It's private. Right. It's something we have that got out, So, I mean, well, moving along. Gruden, you're still on the bench. This is more for June, and this is specific. June, I want you to talk on it, and we can elaborate on it. But it's more to you. Eagles trade Rieger to the Vikings, but the Eagles that's just one trade. They've been making a lot of trades. They got that corner from the Saints, and I said they build in defense. I feel like the Eagles are really going back to a strong defense, where they can stop teams from putting up a lot of points and allow their quarterback, hopefully, to make minimal mistakes and win games. So, June, go ahead, man. Take it away.
Man, you hit that right on the money, bro. I'm gonna get to Rieger in a second. Maybe I'll save that for like the excitement. Hold on. Hey. Hold on, man. Get down.
Philly don't like us talking about Philly, huh?
Right.
So stop. He's seen a Jags fan start barking.
I'm about to hang up.
No, but I think you hit it right in the money, man. I think the Eagles are stacking up defensively, which is great, and it's allowing the quarterback to continue to develop. And as he's developing, they're minimizing the opponent's points, so that way we could still come away with these wins. But at the end of the day, back to the Rieger thing. I mean, I am so happy he's gone. Like, I don't hate the man. You know what I'm saying? And I wish nothing but success for the man. But the man didn't do his job as a first-round draft pick over the man that he's going to be sitting next to in Minnesota, right? So we should have had Jefferson instead of Rigger, and then we got Rigger, and then now they're gonna put Rigger right next to Jefferson. So it's kind of like, damn, what's up, bro? You know. So hey, I wish him nothing for success. I like it. I like the move. Get him out of there. He was just holding up a spot. And that's that as far as he goes. Thank the Lord he's gone. I mean, you guys know. You guys know that's a win. That is a preseason win right there.
Well,
We might have lost against the Dolphins, but we won yesterday.
I mean, I tell you what, man. Whatever it is, I see good moves on your side of the as a team, and I really don't know Riga like that. You as a fan can speak more about it than I know. You did disdain for him throughout the season last year. You spoke highly on it, so it is what it is. Nick, you want to add something to that, or are you good?
Listen,
Oh my God! I don't know why you're asking.
I don't got nothing to say.
All right. Well, the next topic is going to be close to Nikki's heart because we're talking about one of our favorite quarterbacks in the league. Criticism of Lamar Jackson, still without a contract, is out there. Lamar's mom negotiating contract talks. A lot of people had their opinions on it. I'm going to save mine for last, but criticism of Lamar Jackson still without a contract. June, I'm going to let you go first. Nikki second, then I'm going to go last. How do you feel about that?
You know, I was listening to a lot of the stuff, and a lot of the players are obviously supportive for Lamar Jackson, right? They're players. They want nothing again, nothing but success, and they want nothing but fairness at the end of the day. I think it boils down back to what Kyler Murray and what Deshaun Watson started. You got two mobile quarterbacks, non-MVPs, getting all this guarantee money, and you're putting him right next. And when you start to compare Lamar Jackson and what he's done, it's time for the man to give the man a contract. Give the man a contract or offer him something. So we the fans could feel like, all right, hey, at least they're attempting to hook it up. And God knows what's going on behind closed doors. But as of right now, there isn't a contract up there. He's still showing up to workouts. He's not holding out or anything like that. So he's doing his due diligence as a starting quarterback. He's showing his true character. Like, hey, I'm gonna still do me. I'm gonna still get the first team ready and show me something. So I think I don't know, man. And looking at what they were talking about the Ravens, they've never been a team to offer a massive amount of contract. So if I had to base it on that, I don't think he's gonna get one. What you think, Nikki?
Listen, y'all already know how I feel about Lamar. The only thing I would say is I personally think he's being strategic. I don't know his strategy. I just hope at the end of the day it pays off for him. Um, one thing we always said about Lamar is he's a good player, right? We already know that. We see where he's explosive and all that good stuff, right? But he do have areas that he needs to improve. I just hope that whatever he thinks at the end of the day, because it doesn't seem like he's pressed. You get what I'm saying? Like, now granted, I don't know, right? It ain't like Lamar out here because Lamar's very vocal, right? If he was feeling any type of way, it would have definitely been known that he was feeling some type of way about not having a contract yet, right? So, because it doesn't sound like he's feeling a type of way, I think, or he might not be because he like, my work will speak for itself. I just, at the end of the day, I hope he gets everything that he deserves because there's people, and I'm not even going to point out other quarterbacks that has done less or is doing less and got the big pay. But I don't know. I hope it just pays off for him at the end of the day because he clearly deserves it because he's motherfucking Lamar Jackson. I can't yell on CBS.
Yeah, we see the stuff in the back. So here's what I'm gonna say about that, right? We as a whole feel so. My question, and this is where I do think he should hire an agent. I don't think his mom should be negotiating. I don't think he should negotiate. Agent's gonna go in there with no bias, no loyalty to nobody but the client and get the money. Now, you mentioned the Cleveland, you said Deshaun Watson and Kyler Murray. I think June mentioned them and how they got paid. They're mobile quarterbacks and they got big money with no MVPs. But here's what I think, and you shouldn't let a person's desperateness, how you call that, dictate how you pay the next person, right? So we know Cleveland was desperate, and they paid the Deshaun Watson all this money, which we can debate whether he's proven that he's worth it or not, but it was guaranteed money. So Lamar sees that and says, "Well, hold on. I've been improving season by season. I have a unanimous MVP vote. I was in a tough division with Pittsburgh, constantly being consistently a winning team. I'm deserved this money. I do deserve he should get paid. I don't think he should get paid the money he wants. I think that if like Bree said, are they going to hold out to see if he's worth the money at the end of the season and not pay him now? Well, you've been betting on yourself this whole time. I'll bet myself on this time too. But
that's what I really think.
Is I will go out there and I'll play my ass off. Whatever my numbers were last year or the year before, I'm trying to improve that more. So at the end of the season, you can say, you need to pay me now. If not, they're going to franchise tag him like they did Kirk Cousins, and he's still going to get money. However, it's not the money he wants guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? But as a player, you're practicing to make the team. You're going to make the team, but you're practicing to get the team going. You're between workouts and preseason games and practices with the teams. When do you have time to negotiate? When do you have time to sit there and your mom negotiating for you? I'm sorry, that's not the way to go. Unless your mom was a sports agent that we don't know about for a long time. So, no, I don't think I don't have anything wrong with him not having a contract because, in my opinion, if I'm a player, I'm gonna go get an agent. Somebody just signed with Drew Rosenberg, whatever his name is, and Robert somebody to get his contract negotiation worked out.
I know.
So that tells you that another player did that and said, "What? Let me go get an agent, so I don't have to worry about negotiating contracts." Because guess what? He's gonna do it for me. They're gonna make sure I'm good. I don't have to worry about it. And I think that's what people need to realize is that at the end of the day, you want a contract. Let somebody that gets paid for that do that.
I agree.
And that's all I got to say about Lamar Jackson. Good luck, brother. I hope you don't get injured. I hope you freaking kill it so you get your money. A few signings, something that might not bring a conversation, but just to put it out there. Ravens signed Kenyon Drake. Chargers signed two-time Super Bowl champ Sony Michel. You guys feel anything about that? Kenyon Drake was good in Miami. He had a few good little runs here and there. It wasn't like he's not gonna make a big, I think, splash like that. But I think when teams need somebody, hey, he's not a bad running back to have.
Right. I thought that was a good pickup.
Yeah, and Sony Michel, I mean, he kind of gets hurt, but he's been effective when he needs to be.
Yeah, I thought that was a good pickup. But I mean, the thing that sucks is I really hate to compare. I really hate to compare what other quarterbacks has done based on what they signed and earned or whatnot. But the shitty part about it is that it's already there. So they just enabled the heck out of this. And there's no way Lamar is going to not be like, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to. There's no way they're going to let that ride. He's going to want money.
I mean,
he's going to get, most definitely.
He's going to want money.
And guess what? But, okay, my question to you is this. And I think we said this last time, so you don't think he deserves it?
Well, I think he does. Don't get me wrong. I think he deserves it. I just don't think that the Ravens are going to dish out that amount of money. They've never been that. I can't even tell you the last player they actually paid.
It was Joe Flacco, last player they paid, and he bet on himself. And then they lost the entire team afterwards. It was right after they won that Super Bowl against the 49ers, and they gave him all this money, and they lost their defense, they lost players. I'm gonna tell you this, Nikki, and it might not be what you want to hear, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I wouldn't pay him right now.
What you mean? I asked you, so you tell me what you really.
I don't think I wouldn't pay him right now. I wouldn't, not right now. And I'm gonna tell you why. So going to a team that didn't have to pay but paid, let's take Patrick Mahomes. $500 million contract, 100 and something guaranteed. But what did he do in that time to get that money? He won NFL MVP 1 year. The following year, he went and won a Super Bowl and was Super Bowl MVP. So to the team, it's like, bro, we banked on you. You gave us what we need. You brought a championship home after 50-something years. Let's go. You can get this money. Lamar, the only really thing he has on his resume that stands out is a unanimous MVP vote. But postseason wins are kind of lacking. He has improved. We're not saying that he hasn't. He has improved. But let's be honest, some people still say, I want to see more out of him throwing the ball downfield with accuracy. We said last year when his backup was in, Huntley or whatever his name is, the dude was throwing the ball better on the field. He was more accurate, and he scrambled. So if I'm the Ravens, I'm like, wait a minute. Why would I pay you all this money if your backup was getting the ball down the field with the same receivers you had?
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I don't think he should get paid all that money right now, but I do feel like this. This is where I'm going to tell you where I'm at. And in a year from now or at the end of the season, we can talk about it. If Lamar Jackson goes out there, balls out again, at least wins one playoff game, let's say he gets to the divisional rounds, then he's made a good claim to say, hey, listen, I'm what the team needs. Pay me my money.
Mm.
But if he goes out,
That's if he can stay healthy. He has a good shot. But
how's he going to stay healthy?
he wasn't 100%. You know. No, but that's his comfort zone.
Exactly. So it's funny how my man Rabel on the Titans said about their rookie quarterback. I didn't pick him to run the ball. I want to see him throw the ball more. So I know I watched a lot of videos said, oh, but his gift is to run the ball and scramble through the tight ends. So why take him away from that? Because if you want longevity in this game, either he learns how to ride, or he's going to keep getting hit. So, no, I think Lamar's a talent. I do, and I've said this before. I want to see them develop him more as a passer in the pocket. When you can scramble, run the ball last. Don't let it be your first option when your first read, second read ain't there. Go through your progression. And now maybe the offensive line was banged up and he doesn't have time, or maybe he panics and decides to run. But at the end of the day, you want to be in this game. You want them $250 million guaranteed. You got to. Availability is the best ability. So, all right. Watching the herd, he was talking about picking, and with some of my different quarterbacks, he said sometimes you gotta let young players fail for them to win, or turn it around, figure it out. He compared it to Burrow. He said Burrow, some games he did horrible, and some games he was great, but he figured it out. Do you think teams should let rookie starters figure it out, like start and figure it out?
No, I don't even think that some depending on the position, they shouldn't be starting.
So let's stick.
I think they need, huh?
Let's stick to quarterbacks.
All right, so quarterbacks. No, I don't think quarterbacks should start. Rookie quarterbacks should start at all. I think it's a disaster waiting to happen. Like it's a diamond in the rough sometimes where you're gonna find these great quarterbacks that do well. They should learn under a veteran quarterback, regardless of how mediocre that quarterback does, because I think it will hurt them in the long run. I really do think it will hurt them. I mean, who's been besides Joe Burrow recently? I'm just thinking right off the rip, without even looking anything up. Who has been a decent quarterback?
Are we talking about just starting with having a winning season? What are we basing it off of?
Yeah, rookies. Just a rookie, having
Greg Jones had a decent season as a rookie. He led all the rookie quarterbacks in yardage. And he had a winning record. You could screw your face up, but his numbers were way better than Trevor Lawrence down there in Jag.
Yeah, but then again, there's got to be a number one. I mean, was he the best
He
or the
was
worst?
offended.
But
He was offended.
Well, no, because he was the best rookie starter out of all of them. That's facts. That's numbers. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, but let me sit up.
yeah, see, that's what I wanted. I want you to get involved. What you was gonna say now?
I am involved. Okay, so wait. I'm gonna answer the bullshit you just said because I think June said it the best. We have to name them. Listen, somebody has to be named number one. Don't mean that they balled out. Okay. Now, out of all the rookies, he performed the best, but his best among other Joe Burrow, he wouldn't have been number one.
We gonna compare rookie seasons or last season?
Joe Burrow. What you mean? His first year, he got hurt. So you want to go off of?
That's what
You
I'm
want to go
saying.
off of?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
so how are you going to compare against a person that got hurt his rookie season?
Because we talking about this season starters.
No. Yes, listen. See, hold on. Let me think. Let me close my door. Somebody take my door, right? June's question was, June stated he don't think rookie quarterbacks should start. That what rookie quarterback besides like how Joe Burrow, he's not a rookie.
Correct.
Yeah, but
So that's why I said out of rookie
right?
quarterbacks that started last year, Mac Jones had better.
Then you said some whack ass Mac Jones, right? Because he had higher numbers against the rookies of the year he came. They all was sorry.
Is that his fault?
No,
You know what I'm saying?
no, it's not. It's not. But well, I think you was trying to put him on a high pedestal where I don't think he should be on that pedestal. Well, you can't. I wouldn't even said nothing. I would let Jim go with his thought because his thought was very valid. To come throw somebody that
no, because the question was what quarterback, rookie starter, a rookie quarterback has done good.
He asked it, but the answer would have been nobody.
You crazy. You're crazy. Out of 17 games started, he went 10-7. He completed 352 passes. That's a 6.
He did well.
No, hold on.
He did well.
No. Wait one. You open the door. I'm gonna give it to you. 67.6 completion percentage. That's highest amongst rookie starting quarterbacks. He's up there with Brady, by the way, just to throw it out there. Above Patrick Mahomes.
I'll be so tired of Frank and damn Brady.
No, because we compare.
You need a fucking tattoo. Put on your.
Yo, no.
Brady.
Right or wrong, you're going to compare against the top 5 quarterbacks.
Brady.
He has a higher passing. He has a higher completion percentage than Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes boy, what you going to say now? I look it up for you because I got time. I look it up. So 67.6, 22 touchdown, 13.
It's the same Mac Jones that we like, bro. He ain't there yet.
No. Hold on.
I'm not arguing with June. I'm sorry.
No, because you
because
let's go. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about it. Hold on.
You missed the point.
Year, hold on.
This motherfucker.
The question was June.
Frank
The question was what rookie quarterback starting did good? The numbers were comparing about rookie quarterback starting. You even said that was the question, Nikki, but your answer would be nobody. And I said, well, a rookie that started his first year, winning season, good completion rate was Mac Jones.
So Frank,
so what are we talking about?
Because you have your IQ isn't as low as you're trying to play it off to me right now. Okay.
What are you talking
Listen. I'm not saying your answer is incorrect. Based off of the rookies that he could go against last year, he performed the best based off of his ranking. However, none of them, to me, were spectacular. Do I think he did better than his other compadres? Yeah. But not, he wasn't that great to me either.
Compadres, baby. Compadres.
Whatever his fucking name is.
Listen, no. To put it in context, Herbert, his first year, 2020 was his first rookie season. He started. Herbert, 6 of 9, and winning. His record was 6 of 9. He threw for 4,300 yards, but his completion percentage was 66%. That's not bad. 31 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. That's a valid rookie season. It wasn't last year, but it was the year before. That's not a bad
Herbert?
From the Chargers.
I'm talking shit. I know.
You know what I'm saying? So, do I think some quarterbacks can start as rookies? Yes, but I agree with you. Hold on. I agree with June though, because I'm old school though. I do believe that, like, look at Aaron Rodgers. As much as we talk shit, he sat behind Brett Favre for like what, 2 or 3 years. My homeboy sat behind Alex Smith for at least a half a season before he came in and started. So to me, I don't know. I'm on the fence about letting players start. If you have if you have a team like the 49ers, right? Do I want to put Trey Lance in there when I have a team that can win a Super Bowl right now and have him figure it out?
I mean, that's a good example.
Right? Now, let's take the Jags, for example. Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine, coming out of college. Everybody thought he was going to be that guy. Nicky said, hey, I think you should have kept Minshew, and he should have sat behind Minshew. Do you let him play his first rookie season? Y'all struggle, but guess what? He's in the game. He's getting a feel for it. He'll figure it out. It really depends on the team, but I do feel there's nothing wrong with a rookie sitting behind a veteran quarterback. But if you have a team that's ready to win now, do you start a rookie or not? Go ahead, Nick.
I'm gonna contradict myself, right? But I want you to follow me, okay? So it was something I wanted to say. I know exactly what I want to say. I forgot what was said prior, right? About sitting behind. By sitting behind a veteran quarterback. The problem I have with that is that we got people like A-Rod that isn't developing Love, right? Love got out there and he looked like boo-boo trash, right? Or Ryan Tannehill that said it's not his job to develop, who the fuck they got? Whoever he is, right? So you got, the dedication or the role of trying to bring people up under you. Not all veteran quarterback has that in them, right? So it's hard to have some of these rookies sit behind people that we consider to be one. Well, Ryan, we ain't doing Ryan, but just get the idea.
I got you.
One of somebody that is highly looked at. This motherfucker won back to back, right? But doesn't want to teach this person. I'm not even saying you're losing your job. I'm just saying mentor, right? He doesn't want to do that. That's number one. Number two, I think when we put these rookies out there, we put so much pressure on them that some of them can't develop. You know what I'm saying? They're too much in their head that they have to make this play or they have to do this right. Because once I'm going to get Trevor Lawrence, right? There's no way Trevor is going to be QB2. There's no way. You get what I'm saying? There's no way. Because we've already put him out there. And I told you, that's my quarterback. I don't think he's consistent. I think he needs development, right? Now, do I think Minshew was a solid QB1? No, I think Minshew is a solid QB2. But I don't want to say I like Minshew more, but maybe that could have helped Trevor. I don't know, because Minshew sometimes be inaccurate too. But it could have helped. So I'm torn. And I'm torn because I think there are some rookie quarterbacks where they can handle it. Joe Burrow is one, right? He got hurt his first year, right? So the next year where he could, show you what he made of, look what he did. You can only assume that if he didn't get hurt 2 years ago, he might have shown what he showed last year, right? I hate to talk about Kenny Pickett. I think Kenny Pickett, what he's shown, he could be a QB1. You know what I'm saying? But then we have some of these other quarterbacks where you're like, no, baby, you need to develop. You need to develop. So I don't know. I think maybe a year sit behind people that are willing to teach them, You know, or if you are in a team, and I hate to say this, but this team is rebuilding, so you have no real goal of making it longevity, right? Maybe it is a good time for these rookies to learn, you know, pick up whatever they can in a real game, you know. But you run the risk of people getting hurt. Like this game ain't no let's learn game, because when you get hurt, it could be season ending. And what the hell are you learning now?
Got a comment on the game.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, I think the development of these rookie development. I'm gonna take the word rookie. Development of these players is very crucial, right? And you don't want to rush it, because you might rush it to a point where it's like everybody can see this play isn't ready. Now he's injured, right? I'll give you an example. Travis Etienne, at my thinking, he got hurt last year during damn what's to call it? Preseason, right?
Yeah.
I could see why we draft him. He's pretty good, right? But what did he learn? He had to learn through watching TV and tape. I'm not saying you can't learn that way, but
So let me ask you a question, right? So you brought up a good thing. Let's say these teams that are not going to win right now, we know that they're rebuilding, let's just say. Do you rather your rookie quarterback go out there and play and struggle while they're rebuilding, or wait until the team is built and then you put them in?
So that's what I said. I think if you know, because at the end of the day, some teams, you know that you're gonna struggle regardless, right? Your season is going to end after this 17th game, right? Maybe utilize the, and I know this is gonna sound bad, a lot of people might not agree. Utilize it as if it's preseason. Shit. The regular season is still your preseason, because ideally you are in the like, for example, the Seahawks.
Fair.
Right? Because Gino ain't it.
Yeah.
You know Gino ain't it, right? Who the fuck is I hate every time we talk about the Texans, I'm like, who's their QB? Right? Who's any of their players, for real? We know that y'all gonna be number 4 in our division. Don't worry about it, because we're gonna be number 3. However, we know y'all gonna be number 4, right? So y'all are definitely still in the rebuild thing, right? Maybe this is the opportunity. But see, this is why I say that I'm gonna contradict myself, right? Because I feel like, yeah, maybe this is the time for teams that are rebuilding, and not rebuilding because they're missing 1 or 2 pieces, right? The Texans is missing more than 1 or 2 pieces, right? So your rebuild is real rebuild, right? But I don't want us to do it and get hurt.
That's what
You know what
yeah. So now teams like, let's say, the 49ers, that they blew a lot of draft capital to get Trey Lance. When do you start them then?
I think this year was it. Because Jimmy G played last year, he sat behind him. He came in here and there, got a feel for the field. And at this point, the way that Jimmy G was, he wasn't in. The intention wasn't for him to come back. The intention was for the 49ers now to get some type of draft capital for him, and that would have been perfect. I thought honestly they were going to get something for him, but now he signs a 1-year thing. Does Lance really look like he's going to take that team that's somewhat equipped to go to the Super Bowl?
I mean, they say he brings some intangibles that Jimmy doesn't, like throwing the ball down,
Right.
getting the ball down the field and scrambling. Hey, maybe he figures it out just like Burrow did last year, and you know, gets that team going. Remember, they were just in the NFC Championship. Oh no, the division, yeah, NFC. You know, so
yeah, but they were, but
what I'm about to say is a real strong. It was. They got there off of the foolishness of others. You know what I'm saying? Because I really didn't think they were gonna make it as far as they did.
But they beat Aaron Rodgers at home.
Listen,
time MVP. And
I'm telling you right now, didn't Aaron lose to the Lions the first damn game? What team he lost to the first damn game?
What, last season?
Yeah, remember that first game they lost? Like, wasn't it the Lions? Oh, it was a rinky-dink team, like a team they had no business losing to.
Damn, I forgot what you're talking about.
I'll tell you right now. I just got to look it
The
up.
very first game.
Give me a second. Let's go back to 2021, first game of the season. We talking about Packers, right? Packers. I'm tripping because I can't even see the damn game right now. Hold on. Green Bay lost to the Saints 3-38. First game of the season.
The Saints ain't no rickety team, but yeah, like had no business losing, right? Like nobody would have thought that he was gonna lose the game. Come on.
Now they
You know
beat,
what I'm saying? I don't know.
the Lions. They did beat the Lions. Lions came to Lambeau Field week 2.
Okay. All right, yeah.
So
it was I knew it was the first game of the season. I don't know. Personally, I never last year when they lost to you said the Saints. I was like, oh yeah, the Packers. I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's debatable. I guess it's on the franchise. So we'll see what's up. The last topic I had,
Damn, it was a question. I need to start writing it down. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes to you, we can still talk about it. I mean, we kind of zoomed through everything. Aaron Donald, we talked about it last week a little bit. The inner team scrimmage, and he got mad and started hitting people in the head with helmets. They had helmets on. It's not the first time that Donald shows aggression. He's grabbed people by the neck in other games and stuff like that. Do you guys agree with the teams handling in-house, or do you feel that the NFL should have got involved?
NFL should have got involved. All the 100% web. God damn.
Well, I'll tell you what. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna say y'all got me torn, right? Because I think they should have got involved, but just sometimes I think they get involved and they overly. I don't want to say punished, but I think they should have got involved just because of consistency. You know what I'm saying? Be consistent. I don't give a damn. It's during regular season, blah 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 blah, because nobody's gonna take care of it.
No, I mean, go ahead, June.
I think see, the thing with that is, are these joint practices something that the team do, something that they agree on? If it's something that is mandated by the NFL, 100% the NFL should be involved, right? And if they aren't, and it's just something that the teams agree, hey, you know what? Let's call them up, because there's nothing there's nothing in the NFL rules that says we can't practice together. Now, if that's what it is, then it should be handled in-house. But if it's mandated, like a joint practice, it has to be done by the NFL, then yes, hey, NFL, this is your fault. So it's not your fault that it happened, but it's your fault that these people are practicing, whether it's for a good or a bad, and this happened. So hold them accountable.
I feel the NFL should be fine, in my opinion. And I'm gonna tell you why. If we're owners of a team and that happened to our number one player, arguably the number one player in the league, knowing what he means to your defense, you really going to bench him a few games at the beginning of the season when your first game is playing against the Bills at home?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you bench them for two games, week 1, you're playing the Bills. Week 2, you are the Falcons coming into LA. That's nothing, whatever. But your first game of the season is against the Bills, who were a defensive stop away from probably going to the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship against the Bengals. So now they're not going to bench him. They might fine him some money, but what's money to Aaron Donald? You know what I'm saying? His endorsements are ridiculous. He's paid. So, no, I do feel if he does it in practice, he'll do it in a real game. In the real game, he has choked players. He's grabbed players by the neck, grabbed them by their face mask. He's been aggressive. So that tells you something. And a player like him that's regarded as probably the best defensive player in the league right now, arguably the best player in the league, you think he's going to stop? He knows you need him. Y'all need me.
Right.
To get by point blank period. They should do something because these practices is exactly that practice. It shouldn't even get that far where you getting that aggressive. But you know what? This year it's been a lot of little altercations. But getting that aggressive, like no, not at all. At a practice, like it's not even a, I don't know, like in the real game, the blood is pumping, the adrenaline, how you say the word, is high, so sometimes you could get, little crump, you know what I'm saying? A fucking practice.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. No. Mm-mm. Yeah, he needs to get punished. Because you know what? Next year, what is going to stop somebody else from doing it?
And the question is, if it's somebody else, would they punish them? Or is it because he's Aaron Donald, he's getting away with it?
Right. Does it actually injure somebody? Like, come on, nah, he should get punished. I'm sorry.
No, I'm
and I'm not saying punish him because it's Aaron Donald. I said punish him because of the action. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
action itself is punishable.
It shouldn't matter who the player is that you should get.
Right, it should. But we know he's not going to get punished because of who he is.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? If we leave it up to the team, he's not going to get punished.
You're right. Well, that's all our topics for the day. We could do our week 1 predictions now, or we could do them next Wednesday. So the first game of the week is September 8th. That's Bills at Rams. We could do it
next Wednesday.
Or we could do it next.
I ain't ready.
Okay, we'll do it next Wednesday.
Next week.
Any last?
Because this one counts. See, when I was playing, I ain't care what, and I was killing y'all. But this one counts. So I didn't even write the preseason prediction. Frank could have said I got last, and I would be like, okay. But because honest, courage, commitment, he told the truth.
I have integrity. I'm gonna do the right thing when no one's there. No, listen, I was actually sitting there and counting these things. Like I was going through and counting them, making sure my numbers was right. Bree does all this for us. So it's one of those things where I'm like, God, man.
First of all, I do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. But, So, all right. Any last minute questions? Do you think about what you wanted to ask, Nick? Or you good?
Nah, I can't remember. No, but it was a real question. And I don't remember what it was about. That's what's killing me. I'm gonna start writing down some stuff because it was I don't remember. I just know that you said something and it sparked a question in my head.
Well,
I guess my question is what, and I don't know if y'all asked this, but this is a whole different thingy. This year, are y'all gonna pay attention to another team outside of your team? And not saying pay attention that you don't pay attention to your team, but yeah. Or in your division, who are y'all most excited for your team to match up with?
Well, I think my team's gonna get scrubbed by the Bills, but I really like to see what the Bills are gonna do this season. I think they ended up on a high note. And I just want to see if I'm gonna follow any other team besides my team, and it's gonna be in my division, it'll probably be the Bills and see where they're at. I want to see what they're doing. I think the Bills, I think, are probably one of the best teams in the AFC, ready to make that run to the Super Bowl. I don't know about winning, but at least getting there. You know what I'm saying? They have the talent, and Josh Allen's a monster. So that's my team. June.
You said besides our team, or we could pick our own?
I didn't say besides. I said against your team. But if your team is the team that you looking most, that's fine.
Well, I don't know yet. I don't have a team here that I want to be excited for, but my own. I'm 100% invested.
You done?
I have a question though, but after
okay.
you.
Well, yeah.
No,
my team. Okay, my team will be the Colts. The reason why I say the Colts is, first of all, out of all 4 teams, to include my division, I hate the Titans. The Titans is the team that I typically wouldn't even root for in my division. That's reason number one, being honest. Number two, I think the Colts have been so close, but just couldn't get over the hump. And another reason is I want to see what was the biggest difference in their eyes between Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan. I want to see if Matt will take the team over, right? So that would be my most excited team to watch in my division if it wasn't my team. And of course, y'all already know I'm gonna watch my team, but the Titans is not the Titans, the Colts. The Colts.
I'm interested to see what the Colts do. And only because Matt Ryan's there. We're gonna see if now what they did to Wentz was worth it or not. There's a lot of teams I could say the Chargers, another team that I might look at.
Hold on, because I had another question, but June said he had another. Okay, June, let me ask my question because ladies first. All right. Outside of your division, if you can pick one team, this one team, what one team do you want to see make it all the way? I didn't say they're going to, but what one team do you want to see make it all the way?
Oh my God, that's pretty loaded. Because I don't like no teams, but I'm gonna give you an answer. I would like the Jaguars to fucking do something. And I'm not being funny. I'm being really honest here. I'm not joking and laughing like I normally would if I would have been joking. But honestly, the Jaguars. I would like the Jaguars to do something with what they have. Like prove us wrong. Hey, you know what? Somehow miraculously nobody got injured long period of time. And they could continue to actually do what they do. I mean, shoot, Christian Kirk, I haven't heard his name like that at all. Then you got Marvin Jones still there. That dude's a monster. I think he's top five, top 7 receivers in the entire league. I think he's very underrated. And the man can sing. But I would like to see the Jaguars do something. I would like for Lawrence to just click. All the gears just start clicking together. And that's one team that I would like for them to bring some success to the table.
Right.
Chargers.
But they're gonna be good though. That they're gonna kill the game.
I think Chargers went out. They got defense. They got J.C. Jackson. They got I want to say Khalil Mack. I'm not sure. They got wide receivers. Herbert. We already looked at his numbers. They've been pretty consistent the last 2 years. I just feel like I want to see what they're gonna do. I mean, you only got a window in football, and it's not that big at times. And if you don't win now, you might never win. So I think Chargers. What about you?
For me, it's gonna be the Ravens.
Ravens?
And I think the Ravens. I'm gonna change that. For me, it's gonna be Lamar, right? I want to see him get what I think he deserves, and I think this is going to be the biggest test for him to get there. You get what I'm saying? Besides that, I think because if I give you another team, I could give you other teams I want to see, but I think those other teams were this close anyway. So them getting there is not impossible. But I want to see the Ravens get there because now he don't have his comfort zone, right? Andrews ain't going nowhere. He's always there, right? And right now he's struggling with this contract thing, right? So I would like to see him get there. Yep.
Okay.
So mine would be the Ravens. Okay, go ahead, June. You had a question.
I just had a question. I was reading on this right here. Did you see that quote that they're speculating that Baker Mayfield said, which was something that constituted into his trade or whatnot. Baker said, "I'm going to fuck up the Browns." I'm trying to say that professionally, as professional as I can. And Baker said, "I didn't say that. I'm an extremely competitive person, and if I wasn't wanting to win, then there wouldn't be a really big issue of me being the quarterback here." So, do you guys think that he said that or say something like that?
Hell yeah, he said that shit. He said it and he meant it. And deep down inside, Baker's like, yo, y'all shitting on me. You got rid of me for somebody that's not even going to play for what 8, 10 games, and now you no, the first game I'm gonna show you better not could tell you. Baker's like that ex-girlfriend you left, right? That you left for that you thought was better, and she's thinking that the first family cookout that I'm gonna be invited to because the family loves me, I'm gonna be there showing the hell out. You know, Baker, look, he said it. I don't give a damn what he say. He said it. He said it, and I would respect him more if he just said, "Hey, I'm gonna whoop that ass come week 1."
So I don't think Baker said that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Baker never came off like that to me. Now, do I think he might think it? Yes, maybe. I don't think he actually verbally said it, right? But you know what? Low key, I want him to beat them because I feel like they did him wrong. They did him wrong and they did him dirty. And the only way to show somebody that, because if he lose, then, and yes, I said he, right? But if he lose, it only, regardless of how well they might end up doing this season, it shows that the Panthers. It doesn't matter how well they do in the season. It's still, if the Browns win, it shows them that they made this right decision. So he has to win. He has to.
I agree.
I don't think he said it, man. I don't think
I don't think he said it either. No, I don't. It's not that I don't think he's that crazy. I don't think that. It doesn't even sound like Baker to me. That's what it don't sound like him.
So you know why I say that, Nikki? Because you said something earlier. When people in their competitive spirit and they're playing and they're out there and the adrenaline's flowing, we sometimes say shit that we probably wouldn't say when we're normally
that is true.
And I just feel like Baker right now, maybe when he said it, he maybe said it in private. Maybe he said it to his friends. Maybe he said it to one of the team players. I'm going to fuck them up. I don't know. It got out, whatever. It ain't come from anywhere. It ain't come from anywhere. And listen, I'm going to tell you something. At home with Baker, he's mad. All them commercials he made.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
I love it.
They were so funny. Hey, have y'all seen the damn commercial? I think this thing is hilarious. And every time I want to send it to y'all, I'm sorry, America. I don't forgot we still on the thing, but every time I want to send it to y'all, there's no way I can send it without, because I'll be watching whatever on Facebook, and then they will just show a clip. So even if I show you the clip, you won't get the clip. You'll get whatever I'm watching, right? But it's with Stephon Diggs and his brother, and they're doing a commercial about some draws, and they like, where to put the ball.
You know that.
With that being said, and let's close it out. June, you got anything you want to say, man?
Not much. Hey, man, very fun, very busy week. I know we all got a lot of stuff going on. Definitely excited. We got another week, and then it's real trash talk game time. I'm gonna buy all three of you guys to include Brady a Eagles hat.
Right. Okay. Nikki?
America, you know what, America, I am super excited. I'm excited because we already know what time it is, right? So I'm excited for the season. I'm excited to get on here like I am today and talk about what is going on in the football world once the season starts. I'm excited because I'm about to meet the 4 in 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. So all around, I'm excited. Y'all stay blessed, all right? Y'all stay, what did Bree say? Stay hydrated. Rest your mind. Rest your body.
Anyway, that I ain't got nothing to say on top of that. Good night, y'all. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, share, like, leave comments. This is Frank Presents the Play Call.
Bye.